Well, good thing I have good hair, but some persons don't. It's called alopecia. It's a condition characterized by hair loss, and it's a topic that resonates with many, as it can affect anyone regardless of age, gender, or background. Whether it's a gradual thinning or sudden hair loss, the impact of alopecia goes beyond just physical appearance. It often affects a person's confidence and mental well-being. So understanding this condition, its symptoms, as well as, the available treatments, is crucial for managing its effects and maintaining a positive outlook.
So in today's Wellness Central segment, we'll dive into the causes, symptoms, and also management of alopecia, exploring the latest advancement in care and maybe treatments as well, treatment options. With more people seeking solutions, it's important to separate facts from fiction and provide clear, actionable information for those experiencing hair loss. Now, joining us to shed light on this is Dr. Chioma Ikwuegbu, a renowned hair transplant surgeon, and of course, we welcome you on the show here today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I have a story to tell.
Okay.
So I've used one barber for 10 years. And recently he said to me, Oga, your hair on they go back. Oh. And I'm like, what? No, why? Really?
Oh, Mazino, I can see it now.
Oh, please stop. don't make it real.
I can see it. It's receding.
My question is, can I stop it from going backward? And why am I experiencing it?
Okay, so alopecia is very common. There are very different causes of alopecia. One of the most important is genetics. Another is aging. So with age, we lose hair follicles, right? You get receding hairline. There are also other causes of alopecia, which is an underlying sickness, can also be a reason why you would be losing hair. Some people have autoimmune conditions, most commonly thyroid conditions that can cause them to lose their hair as well. Another important reason why you'll be losing your hair is wearing very tight hairstyles. This is very common in African women. Tight braids, using wigs that have glue. And so when you're pulling off the wig, it also takes out the follicles, right? So these are some of the reasons why you would experience hair loss. You cannot, there's some situations that you can stop this progress from, like alopecia from progressing. But in cases like genetics, there's really nothing that you can do about it. If you have inherited the gene, you cannot uninherit it. Yeah, but like you can make some changes, do some lifestyle changes that can help you to, avoid alopecia.
What could these changes be?
Exactly. I mean, when I think about it, talking about braids, I'm a woman, and I remember I was trying to transition from relaxed to natural hair. So I was constantly putting braids in my hair. And even though I've stopped wearing braids and I've been more mindful of my edges, it's not as edging as it used to. You know what I mean? Like the edge is not edging.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are some treatments here? Common causes, I mean, treatments of and just risk factors for people.
Okay, so let me start with risk factors. I've already talked about some, which like aging, genetics, stress. Stress is also an important cause of alopecia. Pregnancy. Some people lose their hair from pregnancy and major surgeries as well. So yeah, another risk factor would be using relaxers, which is very common in African women. When we use relaxers to the point where it stings, right? It's not, I understand that African hair is difficult to maintain, and sometimes we need relaxers to make the hair more easy to work on. But you don't need to put on relaxers and leave them on for 30 minutes to the point where it's burning your scalp.
How will I know when it's working now?
So that's the thing.
It burns.
That's what they say.
That's what they say, but it's not right.
This is not from experience. It's not like
That's what they say, but it's not right. You can just put on a relaxer and just wash it off after 5 minutes. All you need to do is just to make your hair softer. It doesn't need to be, it's never going to be like, Caucasian hair. Yeah, so you don't need to make it like, you don't need to leave it on for so long to the point where it's burning your scalp. Because sometimes it gets to a point where it burns the follicles and destroys the follicles there that it cannot grow again, like grow anymore, basically.
Right.
Is it restricted to your hair or your head? Because I've met people who don't even have skin, or rather hair on their skin. And this is another kind of alopecia, isn't it?
And they go
so
bald,
it's called
no eyebrows.
it's
no
called
hair.
alopecia totalis, alopecia universalis, right? So this is also caused by an autoimmune condition where your immune system is attacking your hair follicles.
Oh.
Yeah. So alopecia has a very wide range of causes and is under-researched, actually. So a lot of people don't know a lot about alopecia because of how under-researched and untalked about it is.
Yeah, because I think it's only women now.
Especially, yes, exactly.
Anything that concerns women, science will turn a blind eye.
Oh,
It's always turning a blind eye. It's true now. Menopause, they haven't done research. When it comes to fibroid and all the other things and cysts, they haven't done research about it. Science, I'm judging you people.
Yeah, but like, you know, with alopecia, it's actually more common in males.
Yeah, because of the balding.
Yeah. So that type of alopecia is called androgenetic alopecia.
Right.
Yes, so it's actually more common in males. So 67% of males will experience alopecia.
And what gene do they inherit it from?
It could be from your parents, like your mother and your dad. It doesn't have to be one person.
Yeah, because the misconception people have is that, oh, if you're balding, then it's from the mother's side of the family.
No.
Oh.
You could inherit it from either side.
Either side. Oh, gotcha. Well, good to know. Now, treatments.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, are there treatments? I'm asking for myself.
Yes. There's definitely treatments for alopecia, and the treatments are related to the causes, right? So with different types of alopecia, there are different treatments available. For alopecia, androgenetic alopecia, which is usually seen in men, is also seen in women as well. The most common or the most definitive treatment is a hair transplant surgery, whereby we take follicles from this area of the head, which is called the occipital region, and then we transplant it into the areas that are experiencing hair loss. So the idea is that the hair on the occipital region is resistant to a hormone called dihydrotestosterone. This hormone is what is responsible for hair loss. And if you look at a typical bald man, when he loses his hair, he doesn't lose this portion, right? So you see that this is the last part to always go because it has the strongest quality and it is resistant to the effects of this hormone, right? So we take hair from this place and we transplant it into those areas that are experiencing hair loss. And then we expect that because this hair is resistant to hair loss, it's going to be a permanent solution. There are other range of treatments, medical treatments.
I don't want you to go too far. When you say you take hair, do you take a patch of skin or you individually pick strands of hair and transplant them to the forward region of the head?
That's a very good question. There are two methods of doing a hair transplant. One is a follicular unit transplant and one is a follicular unit extraction. The first one is where we have to take a strip of skin, right, from the back of the head, and then we extract follicles. But we don't usually do this method anymore because it leaves clearly visible scars. So now we use the follicular unit extraction, whereby we take the follicles singularly, one by one. Yeah.
How long does such a surgery take?
It takes a while, about 6 to 8 hours.
Mazino really wants to get this
Well,
surgery done.
the thing is, I don't know. I think I've got about 10 more years. My father's bald at this point, so I know it's coming.
Mazino, you're not getting bald. Relax.
Your hair
Thank
looks
you.
fine.
Oh.
Your hair looks fine.
fine.
You were fishing for compliments this whole time. Did you notice? This man, you're fishing for compliments this entire time. Your hair looks fine.
But there are no drugs per se that one could ingest to stop. What did you call it? The male kind, the one that's that male has. There's no drug.
So, like I said, we have a range of treatments. The medical treatments is classified into the ones that can stop the progression of the hair loss and the ones that can treat the already occurring hair loss. We have a medication called finasteride. Its duty is, the mechanism of action is to stop this dihydrotestosterone, which is the hormone that is implicated in hair loss. It will stop the progression of the hair loss, but it's not going to make you grow your hair, right? So this is the treatment for, if you want to stop the progression of the hair loss. We also have treatments, other treatments, platelet-rich plasma, mesotherapy. These are some of the treatments that we have in our clinic as well.
Now, I mean, can lifestyle change also be part of it? Can lifestyle change? If I'm looking at, for example, myself, I stopped doing braids, I stopped anything that's tension in front of my hair, I stopped ponytails, which I kill it every single time, ponytails. And now I don't do anything with my hair, just let my hair be, under the numerous, television. You know what it is.
Natural under there?
Yeah, it's very natural.
Yeah.
But can lifestyle change, you know, affect?
Yes, lifestyle changes will definitely go a long way with reducing the amount of cases we see in alopecia. I think people need to be more aware, like I said, really tight hairstyles, right? When you go to the salon and you notice that they're really pulling at your scalp, you can tell them to like take a break out of like doing that. Don't use relaxers. We do not encourage the use of relaxers. If you have to use relaxers, go the texturizing way. And you don't have to leave it on for so long to the extent that it burns your scalp. Avoid using wigs. Like, this is a very common thing that we see today. Women using frontal wigs that you have to glue down. And you think that if you're pulling out the wigs, it's not going to affect your hair, but it's going to affect your hair.
Term.
Yeah, when you keep pulling it out, and sometimes it destroys the follicles that are there and it doesn't regrow anymore. Eating nutritious diets. Some people go into crash diets that are very low in protein. You don't need to do that. These complex nutrients are important for hair growth. Food rich in protein, biotin, collagen, vitamin C, all these things are important for...
Speaking of biotin and collagen, I see persons who introduce that in their daily supplementary vitamins and pills. Is that advisable?
Yes, it is. Yes. So these are some of the nutrients that are very good for your hair. They can be found in supplements, right? So if you notice that you are getting thinning hair, your hair is thinning out, you can help yourself by, you know, taking some of these nutrients.
All right.
Wow.
Well, Dr. Chioma, this has been quite insightful.
Mazino
can go home, sleep well, knowing that a hair surgery...
I've got 10 years.
A hair surgeon said you're fine. Mazino, it's okay. Have some decorum and shame.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chioma. It's grand having you here.
Thank you.